Alright. How long has it been since I made a YouTube video? Three months. It's been 3 months. So, I'm planning on making a separate video on exactly why I haven't uploaded anything in 3 months, but I kind of don't want to get into that right now. So, out of the blue, I just decided, you know what? It's been 3 months since I made a video for YouTube. How about I go do that? So I am doing that. That was English. I'm not cutting that out. So I'm gonna be reading a fanfiction, and no, it is not a Jake Paul fanfiction. And for those of you who might be curious on when the next part of the Jake Paul fanfiction thing that I was reading is gonna come out, I don't know. I think I was editing it a while back, but I just haven't gotten around to actually finishing it. So I can't really say for sure when it's gonna come out, or even if it's gonna come out. I might have to just reread it over again anyway, so yay. Anyways, so I'm just like sitting here thinking in my room, I want to read an anime fanfiction sort of thing. And then I'm like, well, maybe future diary. Nah, how about ooh, I know, Yandere-Simulator. And I thought, what would be the best? What would be the juiciest fanfiction I could get from Yandere-Simulator? And then I thought, Ayano-XBudo. So today, brought to you by fanfiction.net, I will be reading Poisonous, an Ayano-XBudo fanfiction by Katie Mariposa. I don't know how to say that. Mariposa. I think that's Spanish, right? Mariposa. Yeah, that's Spanish for butterfly. Mariposa. I am taking Spanish class. Okay, so anyway, here is the description thingy. Rated T, English, romance, and horror. Ayano A/Yandere-chan, Budo M, Taro Y, Senpai, words 16K plus, faves 121, follows 163, published March 13th, 2016, updated April 30th. Doesn't give a year, so I'm gonna assume that it was 2017. Chapter 1, Prelude. Screams of shock and terror filled the halls of the seemingly peaceful Academy High School, while the soft pink flower petals fell gracefully from the full sakura trees outside in the front of the building. The inside had another scene playing out in the form of a tragedy. "Oh my God!" one of the male students shrieked in the doorway of a classroom. Other students were gathering in groups of 2 or 3, curious of what the commotion was about. "Everybody get back. Move aside, please." The teacher was with a high side bun approached the crowded area, shoving some of the teens out of her walkway to investigate the situation. "Kaho-sensei!" Purple-haired teacher's pet Riku-soma called to said teacher. Then he pointed forward past the people. "She's in there!" In the right direction, the calm teacher slowly took cautionary steps towards the location of the situation. Noting on the floor were track marks and slightly smeared footprints leading away from the class. Is that blood? She thought, nervously silent. She proceeded to push past the students who were whispering and shivering in fear, overwhelmed from the sight of what lied inside the room. No one else dared to enter the scene bravely. Some of the guys were squeamish and couldn't look long enough, and the girls were shaky and tearing up. As Kaho got closer to the doorway, a sense of great disbelief surged through her body as she laid eyes on what was wrong. No, it can't be, she stuttered. Lips quivered uncontrollably. There lay the lifeless bodies of 2 female students, covered and soaked in a giant pool of their own blood. Covered and soaked? Covered and soaked? But both of those words basically mean the same thing, so you could just say they were soaked in their own blood. Because saying covered and soaked, that just confirms that they were, like, soaked in something or covered in something. You don't need both of those right there. You can just pick one of those terms to describe it. You don't need to use both. What am I doing with my life? Anyways, back to the story. A few desks were tossed on their sides. Chairs flipped and damaged. Blood was scattered across the walls of the room. You forgot the and? It's just a sort of a carried on sentence, you know, like when you use like 2 commas after the second comma, you're supposed to put an and after it. Anyways, there were even single strands of hair lying in the scarlet puddle. I don't think blood is scarlet, because scarlet is kind of like a really reddish orange, and blood is darker than that. And if your blood is lighter than that, then what? Why? Anyway, Kaho ran to their side. Sorry. Kaho ran to their side to check their pulses immediately. Oh yeah, sorry. Kaho ran to their side to check their pulses immediately, in hopes they were still alive. No, I'm pretty sure they're dead. One girl was face down into the floor, while the other was on her left side, almost facing the chalkboard. Not quite, but almost facing the chalkboard. She began feeling for a pulse on the pink-haired girl. on the pink-haired girl who was on her side, gripping her wrist and pressing her fingers against her neck. The skin was cold. No natural warmth coming from her. Hello, English is my second language. I can't do English. Kaho couldn't feel a heartbeat from any of the spots she tried, confirming she was indeed deceased. Ooh. What struck her the most was the recognition of the 2 now messy, curly pigtails she had fixed for her hair. That's when she carefully tilted her face into view, staring down at those dark, vacant purple eyes. She gasped silently, and her eyes grew even wider. No! Kakona! Kaho shook in her blood-stained heels, a couple of tears building up in the corner of her eyes. Kokona Haruka was one of her students and had been very concerned about her recently, due to her acting somewhat depressed and sad. She never would say what it was that was bothering her so much because she felt so ashamed and kept it to herself. Now, seeing her like this, dead, it was like a jab in the chest because Kaho felt like she could have done something to help. But how could she? It didn't appear to be a suicide, so she couldn't completely blame herself, but it didn't matter the circumstances. She was a teacher who strongly cared about each and every one of her students, so it hurt her. It hurt more to her than anyone would ever think. God damn, calm down. Me. Okay. Stop this, I need to do a... Okay. Stop this, Ayano! Put the knife down! A bandana-wearing martial arts leader, Budo Masuta, held on to the wrists and arms of the perpetrator in an ongoing struggle that could mean life or death for the both of them. He was clearly overpowering her, but alas, she had some strength to hold herself against him. You need to stop interfering. Budo. The short, black, ponytailed girl, Ayano Aishi, spat back at his face, wielding the murder weapon stained with the blood of the victims on the other side of the school. The knife shook in her hand, dripping blood around as he tried to hold her down or knock it out of her tight grip, avoiding the chance of getting stabbed by her and getting away. Ayano was covered in splotches of crimson liquid, soaking through her school uniform and onto her soft, pale skin. Her eyes were dark, like light two black holes were peering towards the boy viciously. He was certain that if he made one wrong move, he would be next on the death list. He had to be strong and apprehended her soon, before she got away and claimed any other people. Listen to me. I don't understand why you need to kill to get what you want. It's inhumane. It's not inhumane. It's fucking sick. It's not inhumane. Saying something's inhumane like that, it sounds like it's like, like, I'm trying to come up with an example. It's like, what's inhumane? Never mind. Well, I'm not like other people. They were getting in the way, and I had to take them out. And if you don't let me go, I will make sure to kill you too. Stop this. You were better than this, Ayano. You're more human than you think. Let go, Budo. Let go, Budo. Step out of it, Ayano! Just shut up! She freed herself from his strong grip and backed up a bit, only to launch her body towards him and aim the knife in the air, preparing to stab him in the flesh. I hope you guys enjoyed this. This is the end of chapter 1. Yeah. Hopefully I'll be able to make more videos. Again, I will probably make a video explaining why I haven't made a video for YouTube in 3 months. And, well, share this video if you liked it. Comment a good meme down in the comments. Recommend more AyanoXBudo. AyanoXBudo fan fictions. I might read them. Just let me know if you want to hear more of this beautiful story that has some minor errors, actually. I'm actually surprised. It's not too bad. I mean, it's kind of bad. It's kind of cheesy, but for what it's worth, it's not as bad as I thought it would be. Like, it's not really cringy. It just has a few spelling errors and some light, just some light issues and grammatical errors, but with all that said and done, it's actually one of the good fan fictions. Hopefully, it's still is good with the next chapters, cause it would suck if it was like really good for the first chapter to get people like, oh, it's actually good fan fiction, and the rest of it is just crap. I would actually cry. You tricked me. You tricked me. But anyways, enough of me drawing out this outro. Thanks for watching. Leave a like, subscribe, share it with people, even though I don't know why you want to. But you should just share it anyways. Just be like, hey, here's this. Anyways, thanks guys, and I think it's gonna be great for me to come back. Bye!